Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and today we're watching more Iron-Blooded Orphans. Last time we had a whole bunch of investigators come around and a whole lot of corn, and this time we're probably going to space, isn't that right?
I mean, it assumes that things are going to go according to plan. We did see in the very opening of last episode a backdrop of their plan to go to an high orbital station and then some halfway point between Mars and Earth, and then
Mhm.
Earth. And then we saw a whole lot of cross lines, which are apparently space routes that make no sense to us.
Right, because space isn't static, things are orbiting, and if you're going from one planet to another, you're usually taking a long arc around. And the time to launch from one planet to another is not when they are directly in proximity, it's where you're going to be closer to the target and approaching them at the same time.
But then again, we don't know the technology involved. We're
Yeah,
we're, we're basing ours on like gravimetric slingshot effects and whatnot. But I just mean
we're
that they
basing on
had
normal orbital mechanics, yeah.
Well, they had like a line from Mars to Earth, but then they also had routes that went perpendicular to Earth, which I guess makes sense if, say, Jupiter is off in that direction and going this way across Earth's path will get you to Jupiter. But I mean, at the same point,
It doesn't matter,
it
would be
doesn't
my
make much
point.
sense.
It doesn't necessarily matter what is happening to get them from A to B. There's some amount of physics, some amount of fuel they have to get there, and they are taking a route. That's all that matters, right?
Well,
It's a
I have to
story.
be invested in the in the world, right? If the
Uh,
world isn't making sense to me, then I'm gonna get stuck mired in that thought process and not pay much attention to what's going on in front of me. To the point
right,
where, like, why is this 34-year-old man intimately hugging this 9-year-old girl?
right. You and I need the 20-page discourse about how these maps logically make sense and how we're all wrong. But, you know, we're going to see a fight today, and I think that's going to completely make me forget about orbits for a bit.
Assuming that we do see a fight, maybe this will be the real emotional-filled, heartfelt character integration episode.
Hmm.
Maybe this will be the one where we're introduced to Nobliss. Maybe he finally arrives.
Maybe he becomes our new favorite.
I don't know. I don't know. That we've only seen him in the opening, and
He is a cowboy.
yeah, but we don't know what kind of cowboy. Here's the problem: is we working with a lot of cowboy mechanics here, right? He could be your what was that movie? Two Cowboys Go to New York one, where I don't get all this weird shit going on, but I have my Texan morals. You know, could be that kind of cowboy, where he's
Or
the
he could be
good
a guy in a
guy.
hat.
Yeah, well, yeah. Or he could just be a guy who bought a hat. Or he could be the evil corporate overlord. Like, I got all my oil on the Texan operation, now I'm Texan too.
Oh no, right. It could be a straight up I think it's Dr. No, isn't it? Who's like, "Yeah, I have a corporation," picks up the phone. Ah, Miller White. you d- have you ever actually seen that one?
Dr. No, I've only seen the newer ones from GoldenEye forwards.
Yeah, this is one of the older ones. I think it's actually legitimately the one where like he has the cat in his lap and he's petting it. That
By the way,
scene.
that statement I just made is really going to confuse anybody who's watching the SFR Bond fight next. But didn't he, like, pick a Bond from way before that?
Time passes, everybody. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Future iPad. Intense negotiations.
Pass it off to our lackeys, who traded between one another.
Confirmed over here, too.
You know, there's some of those phones that have like features where you can just like tap them together.
Thanks for meeting us in person.
Well, those
For
aren't
transfer.
phones. I would point that out first.
No, that's a phone feature too.
But it's not a phone.
Tablets are
That's what I'm
just
saying.
bigger phones. Yeah.
Just
Well,
get
those
us
aren't
there
tablets.
safe.
I'm looking forward to a trip with.
If they're tablets, you could just tap
What's the
them
new
together.
name again? Tekiden?
They haven't got the upgrade package.
Damn it!
But Orca's pretty happy. And he's not.
If I don't think of something, I'm through.
Lieutenant Crank, I'm sorry. Wish there was something I could have done.
Maybe this is my guy.
There you are.
Crank
Hurry up and
2.0.
get ready.
Major Coral says he wants you and your Greys operational and deployed by the end of the day.
He's got
Are you
antagonist
sure?
energy.
Yes. Your standby order has been lifted.
Well, he's the guy that Crank was talking to before. Before he, went off and was like, "You can't be doing this." So he's like Crank's successor, if anything. So that's all I got to go with.
Oh, he got saved, actually, didn't he?
Yeah, by Crank.
Yep. So he's a little bit invested.
I
Again,
think he's very invested. He had saved.
and it is still funny that our emotional investment is on the Gellerhorn military soldier side.
Well, I'm invested because I have invested. I mean, I don't know how to explain that.
I guess it's more their situation makes the most sense presently, and so we can connect faster with that. Whereas the orphan thing is like very obtuse.
Well, the more time we spend with your favorite character, the less I like the good guys.
I guess there's also, despite this being about a bloody war story, it's still marketed for kids, so the kid protagonist is the one the kids are supposed to go
Before we finish off the intro here, I gotta say, which side do you want to side with? The side that possibly has a pedophile, or the side that has Hitler?
There's no good option. In war, everyone is evil.
I mean, at the very least, at least one side is possibly a pedophile. Not proven yet. The other one clearly has Hitler.
It's anime. Just don't think about it.
I'll do my part too. You will make
Wait
it
a
to
second.
Earth.
Wait a second. Do we have a character named Orca and a character named
This
Orcus?
is my battle, and I'm gonna
Yes.
give it all I've got.
This is not going to get
That's what I
confusing.
was trying to say.
It will get confusing.
Sorry. I thought I took out the bad ones.
How big are these things? It's like filling
When
your
we
mouth
get to
anyway.
Earth, will the moon be there?
They were like less than an inch.
Hold on.
I was told once that the name Mikazuki means crescent moon.
They say the moon was damaged in the Calamity War.
That's what I thought we were
Apparently, you
gonna
can barely see it anymore now. But I'm not really sure if that's true.
Getting for them to say the moon was destroyed or something like
Which-
Cowboy Bebop.
Which moon?
They said when they get to Earth.
Okay.
That's why I said hold on a sec because they were about to say what I thought was about to say. The Earth was just the moon was
Do you
destroyed.
think I could be Tekken's new cook? I've already
So-
talked to my manager and quit
So
the
the
job.
Calamity is like the
Don't
moon
think
exploded, not a space station. That's slightly different for Gundam.
No, it happened during the Calamity, not
Sounds
that
good to
it
me.
was the
Mika,
Calamity.
Why not? She's
Oh,
a really
okay.
good cook.
Yay! Thank you so much. I promise I won't let you down.
Look alive, people! Going to Earth is the first big job for Tekeda.
Look, you're listening to the
It's time
people
to
stuff.
kick
I'm
some
listening to the background stuff.
He's too relaxed about this. Gellerhorn's gonna be gunning for us every step of the way.
Girl around here.
Yeah, cause
Keep in mind, I'm giving exposition now. You can hide in the
Enjoy
background.
the meal, kids. It'll be the last one you get.
What was that, Toto?
Almost forgot.
It'll be, this is the last plate I'm going to get.
Mars pops. Perfect. I was just about to run out.
Oh, they are poems. Okay.
Oh, they said pops. I was like,
I
what?
look forward to working with you.
Mars pops.
Yeah, you too.
And then triangle
It
is
looks like
formed.
you were right about him the whole time.
And also, we now know where he's
Involved
getting
in
them all.
Gudalia's disappearance. Never thought you'd accept a request from that guy, especially one as shady as he is.
Shady. Well, we'll see about that.
Alright, Pudding, what do you think
What's
about
going
these
on?
investigators? What's your
something of a
thoughts?
plan in the works now, and I'd like to bring the two of you.
Yeah,
gentlemen
that's what
on
I thought.
board.
Honestly, I'm amazed he would even offer to let us take the limelight off of him.
Seriously,
I mean,
one
he
person gets
mobilized the
pissed off at
entire
him,
company to capture
pull a
her.
gun, aim it at
A
the floor.
mistake he's desperate
Problem's
to erase.
over.
This is serious.
I would hope
So,
that it's made out of
those
more than
deals
just
are-
basic glass.
Delia,
You didn't need to come out here yourself, sir. Our ship is more than capable of
Cowboy hat?
capturing the girl.
This is a
No,
sensitive
son of a
political
bitch.
issue. Appearances matter, perhaps even more than the final outcome.
My deepest apologies. I had no idea.
It's
Oh, wait, is
fine.
this the fat
We
Sonic
wouldn't
guy?
Be here if not for your information.
Not him.
Please, after
Him.
all
It
the
is.
generosity Gellerhorn has given my transport routes, it's the least I can do.
Oh, the
I'll see
people that
they're
also
even
just
more
negotiated with.
lucrative next term. Once I get the money from Noblesse, there'll be limitless possibilities.
Everyone's getting money from Noblesse.
It's as if one faction is funding both sides of the war or something.
In which case would also make him not a good guy.
The time has come, my lady.
Also, interesting choice of methods of getting to space. Space ramp.
Mother.
Yeah, haven't seen that since Final Fantasy VIII. Or 9.
It is totally...
8.
Yeah. It is totally a legit idea. It's just not as good as some other ones.
No, that's the guy from the sauna.
Mm-hmm. And they're in space.
Well, they're in orbit.
So after
Also
this,
sound
we
in
all
space
dock
for
at
some
the
reason.
station And then wait for the guide ship to rendezvous with us. Is that right?
Yep. Orcus's low-orbit transport ship should be waiting for us.
Wait a minute, you guys. I think I see them. Look, right over there.
I guess when all you do is smirk and laugh,
Those are Galahorn
no one's gonna
mobile
suspect you.
suits.
Well, every time you do it.
Oh man, looks like they brought some friends along.
Crap!
That's why I do it.
What's going on here?
Is that Galahorn too?
What's up, Toto?
What? How should I know? He didn't say anything about Galahorn to me. Get on the comm. I need to talk to Orcus now.
You have a call from Toto Mirkanen.
Oh.
Be sure to give him my
Orcus had to deal with
gratitude
Orca.
for his cooperation.
That's cool.
What's he talking about anyway? Did you sell us out to Galahorn? So how much are they
Wow, they
paying
figured
us?
that out fast.
Just try to lose him.
Right.
Careful, Hitler.
I am never gonna forgive you.
Wow,
Same
that's
here,
a
jackass.
nasty bruise.
We're surrounded.
And they've already lost.
Communication from one of the mobile suits.
What are you waiting for? Give them what they want, and we might make it out of here alive.
That's enough out of you.
If you've got a better idea, I'm all ears.
Well, I...
All right, so what's the plan, Orga? Okay, you're up, Mikazuki.
What?
Mikazuki!
You mean...
Yeah, clearly they couldn't, you know,
Like that'll
shoot
work.
the ship anyway.
Oh, he's got a cannon now.
But still, you killed one of them. The other two are still there and attached to the ship. They could just pull on it, squeeze it, anything. No, they backed
Instead,
up.
they've retreated.
Yeah.
I guess they do want to actually capture her, not just murder her.
They have 5 seconds, 6 seconds. She can be
fine
exposed to
as long as
space and still
Cordelia is on board.
capturable.
Major Coral.
We're not supposed to kill. Major Far reads orders.
There it is.
But still, you
There's
can
the
still
line.
threaten to kill her without them knowing that you don't want to kill her.
Yes, sir.
Hey, stop fighting us or we'll open fire.
This could be my one and only shot. All I have to do now is defeat that horned mobile suit. And then Lieutenant Crank's death will be avenged.
Damn it.
Now that I have the
Stop reminding me of his
inspectors
death.
involved, I could use any excuse to label her death as an accident.
See, and he actively does want to kill her.
People with different
Bastards are
goals.
shooting at us. Don't worry, we'll be all right.
Well, it would have been a
Hold
lot
your
easier to
course.
hit her when the shuttle wasn't moving.
Yeah, come this way.
Gotta hate that
That
character.
mobile suit managed to draw their fire. Now's our chance to bring their shuttle down. Coral's gratitude will be worth something. Turn them to scrap metal! Ah, what's going on?
And that's the moment they lost and all the characters are dead.
Oh, what?
Thought you could use a lift, boss.
Oh, that's right. They bought a ship.
Took you long enough.
Yup.
Good job, Akihiro.
Now the plan was to meet in geosynchronous orbit. So what is this ship doing out here?
You never gave us a reason to trust you before, so why should we start now?
Punk, I'll bash in
Lock
your
him in a
dome.
closet somewhere.
I swear you'll regret
Is it the mustache? Is it because of the mustache?
You'd be safer.
This is getting us nowhere.
Cover me. I'm going in.
With this no-name mercenary outfit that used kids as soldiers have 2 of the ultimate war machines.
Apparently they're not supposed to be that good.
Graze? Mikazuki! It can't be!
I know that phrase.
Major Coral! The commander. They got him.
The spear just fucking kills everybody.
Fine. There's another one.
Yup.
Cover me.
It's a
seen that
Power
reactor
Ranger or
pattern
something.
before.
Catch Lieutenant Craig, shoot! Stop it! You're still
Oh, you
injured.
sons of bitches!
In the herd. Watch my back. Hey, wait!
I'm still not used to this yet.
I'll kill you.
It's not even a Gundam, it's just Crank's suit.
Oh, that's where they got the second one from. Okay, now it all makes sense.
That's what you just shouted.
Yeah. No, it didn't process through my brain.
Damn it, Mikazuki! I don't have an Alea Vignana!
I don't care if this new guy dies now. Get Lieutenant Crank's suit back.
My systems are dead! You monster!
A new one? Well. It looks like karma finally caught up to Major Coral.
You know, I think
Machines bearing the
it's
have appeared at many turning points
1950s cars versus today. You remember Back to the Future Part 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, land on them. You kidding? That thing's made of solid steel. It'll rip right through
Who
us.
knows what will happen next?
Older mobile suits are just made of thicker, heavier shit.
Take the helm from me. I'm going out there.
But you see, the Gundam is like the Pinto, where it'll catch on fire easily for no reason.
Well, it's like, why have one Gundam when you could have 50 mobile suits?
Another one.
Poor Gaelio. If I kept missing him like that, I'd probably think my instruments were to blame. But there's nothing wrong with our systems. So the issue is with him. His evasion pattern is foreign to our attitude control program, because his mobile suit moves like an animal, dodging with minimal movement. There's only one thing that can increase spatial awareness like that. The Alea Vignana system.
He's a new type. Wait, I guess that too.
Did my guy already get killed again?
No, he's still fighting. He just kind of broke off a bit.
As long as we're lower in altitude like this.
Well, you said they killed all 4 of these suits that were there. There was only 4 of those other suits.
We have to break to turn. Does the phrase sitting duck mean anything to you?
Biscuit.
No, I'm from Mars. I don't know what ducks are.
What if we use that thing?
It might be possible for someone to latch onto the anchor with a mobile worker and have them
By the way,
blast
I
us
like how
free,
high
but
stakes
to
the
be
situation is that they
Don't
all
you
left
mean
the bridge
suicidal?
to go to
We
this
volunteer
room
for that.
to plot out.
Keep your ass in your seat, hotshot.
Are you serious?
Space travel takes
As the leader,
time.
your job is to
They're under
sit there
fire.
and act important. I'll be damned if I let you go out there and do all the heavy lifting.
This is actively an
by yourself.
episode 8 scenario
And you
that they're in
guys
right
need
now.
to stop sitting back and letting Orga baby you. What'd you say?
You sure about this?
Yeah, I'm still mad at you for keeping us all out of the loop. I came here to work too, you know.
Well, alright. I guess I can let you take the glory this time.
Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's just right behind them.
They're gaining altitude.
Yeah, they're still firing.
Planning to
That's what I'm
use the
saying.
asteroid as a shield.
Let's all
But
take
it's
a
not
side
gonna
to this
help.
map I've just
Keep
made.
shooting!
You know, the ship behind them is firing, like, projectile rounds. Which means in space, they have no ultimate range. They could back up and keep firing.
Yup.
So this whole slingshot the asteroid shit would never work.
Damn it!
Literal bullets would travel forever.
Oh, that guy's gonna be stuck on that asteroid
You know
forever.
that positive attitude
He can't
of
get
yours
back
is
to the
really
ship.
starting to
No,
piss
yeah,
me
they're
off.
slingshot the asteroid is what I thought was happening.
Oh, I thought they were just using it to maneuver.
They're heading right for us!
What?
We're on a collision course, sir!
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought they were trying to throw the asteroid at them.
That would have been crazy.
Deploy the flash bomb.
I mean, at this point, nothing matters. Literally, why is every shot fired at them not hit them or, you know, done any damage anyway?
I guess maybe that ship just has light weaponry.
Or maybe it was built like the Gundam.
Heroes on radar. But Mika...
Look, over there! That light.
The thing about Gundam Wing that made more sense than every other Gundam show is that the Gundams in Gundam Wing were special made and not old shit that just happens to be better than new shit.
Right.
If you surrender quietly,
We'll make sure that your punishment is less severe than it would have been.
why should I? There's no reason to.
Hold on, I recognize that voice.
You're that kid from the farm.
And you must be the guy who was with Chocolate Man the other day.
I'm Kylio Bodween. You damn Martians.
Is he dragging him down to orbit?
Back to Mars.
Yes. But he just shouted it even.
Yeah. In fairness, I said it first.
You did. You got that point.
I said, I'm pretty sure my guy's gone. I might have to have another one-episode wonder.
Well, we did call that too.
The blue graze is Chocolate Man. It's time to go.
No. Hang out in the background. He was literally in the shot last time and not there. They panned out and it was not there. And now, here we are again. Here he is.
I'm tired.
Get out of his ship, you son of a bitch.
It's over here, Specialist Major. This looks like one of yours.
Ha, I was right. He is fat.
You deal with him.
Pot-belly Hitler.
So I mentioned that the intro is really poppin', but this one has some real folk blues feeling to it.
Yeah, but I think I'm more partial to the opening than the ending.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Also, I'm getting a problem with the show that I tend to feel in only shows like this, in that the heroes are immortal, and I can't feel for them if they're immortal.
Right, they need to start being put in danger. Like, even like the Gundam pilots, like Gundam Wing, were just like, yeah, this is probably suicidal.
Well, like, we're holding on to your ship with 3 mobile suits on the outside, which are armed and ready to attack, and one of us actually actively wants to have an accident to kill you. And we're just going to sit here and let you open up and have this thing pop out and shoot at us. And while we're still in a tactically advantaged position, we'll back off.
Yeah,
and now we suddenly can't hit you, even though we're targeting systems and military trained, and then our main ship can't be damaged when we're being fired upon by another warship as well.
Yeah, there were like several points there where the bad guys legitimately already won. But that story's going on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They've got plot armor, and it's not like there are plenty of other shows where you don't have plot armor. You just get you lose people. But yeah, no, I'm getting more and more distant to liking the heroes in that if there's no threat against them, then I'm not gonna be. I don't care about any of the action scenes, and that's all this show is supposed to be about is the action scenes.
Let's see. Yeah, right now I think they're just setting the stage. I think it should be fine, and later on they will have more of their legitimate threats going on.
I don't know. Again, I
think
just
we're waiting
want
to see it escalate.
I don't want, oh, here's an episode where someone sacrifices themselves, or here's an episode where clearly this person is going to die to further this story plot. I want to not be able to tell. You
want a fair fight.
I don't even care about that. I mean, my guy got a fair fight, and he just died because he wanted to die instead of killing a kid. So it's like...
But this was still clearly the episode where the Gellerhorn faction literally just figured out, wait a second, this is a Gundam. That's why it's so weird and we can't win. So they treated it like a normal thing, and now they know not to.
Well, no, it's not the Gundam, it's the piloting system.
Right.
They're like, oh, that's a fucking old Gundam or whatever. And it's like, well, it's moving in a weird way. Oh, it could only be because of that weird piloting system that kid had in his back. Yep. But no, I mean, this started off as a real Empire Strikes Back. Like, oh, the bad guys are in charge and bad things are going to happen. And then right when the bad things were going to happen, it turned into any other anime.
Right. Well, hopefully they keep going and we'll see more stakes. Again, that's what I'm thinking we'll see.
I mean, as I'm trying to talk to my point here is that they had the opportunity for stakes. Like, you don't need to make it a 25 run if you can put everything into 11. That's why most anime seasons are 11 to 12 episodes. He said usually it's 11. Sometimes they push it to 12 or 13 because you cut the fat out of your story while including all of the things that you want to include. So we wouldn't have an escape that's close or not even really close at all. You'd have something bad happens, which makes us do things. And if there wasn't going to be any stakes involved, because there clearly wasn't, we would just get off the planet. Nothing would happen.
Yeah. Speaking of cutting the fat, man, these episodes just go really fast, don't they?
It depends. Depends on what
I'm
you're
literally
looking at.
blinking and missing.
How much?
That's my feeling.
How much time in the last episode did we take on figuring out where his food comes out of his pocket?
We took a lot of time on this stuff, but it's still moving so fast.
I think that's just the perspective of talking. We're talking through it, and we're making jokes, and we're pointing out things.
Right, or maybe just the editing of it, where it's set up so that something is always happening. It's always going to the next conversation, the next beat. It's like, yeah, you don't notice that time's passing because it doesn't give you the time to process what's happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that's
How many
true.
quiet moments are there?
Again, we spent how much time? Here's my blanket. Here's some whatever the hell the date shit are he pulls out of his pocket all the time. Oh, here's where he's getting it from. And that means those are nothing scenes. I don't care about their relationship. I don't care where the food from his pocket's coming from. They have a mess hall. We've seen it. I can just assume he's getting it from the mess hall.
Right, but like on the editing perspective, like how many long panning establishing shots where it's quiet and they just let you figure out what's happening are there? There aren't a lot.
So far, I would say about 10.
You think so?
Every time they show that damaged battlefield, there's always a panning shot and two guys just looking out over it for a little bit before they get into why we're even here. Same thing has happened for the farms. No, I think that's happened like 4 times now. And then there's the farm. Every time we're at the farm where we look over the farm, panning shot to show us the horizon and what things look like. Or especially when... God, I know it's happened at least 6 times. I want to say 10 though, because I have a bad memory, and I want to assume that's happened more than.
It still goes by pretty quickly,
and that's 6 times in 5 episodes. So at least once an episode.
Yep. So I'm definitely seeing also ups and downs of action. Basically, like this has been the action episode. Now we're back to the talkie episode.
See, my problem with the action though is that we're not even getting. Okay, I want to say it's better than some, but worse than most action in Gundam series, because
it's well animated, but you don't feel for it right now.
No, not even that. I'm looking down on the animation. I mean, I'm not looking down on the animation. I'm looking down on the quality of the fight animation. You remember back in when did Naruto come out?
Don't even. I feel old just thinking about that question.
Okay, well, you took Naruto versus Dragon Ball Z, right? Dragon Ball Z would be a bunch of my fists are moving so fast you can't see them, and I'm blinking in and out. So you have the conception that a fight is happening, but you're not seeing everything. Naruto came around, and you saw, here, I'm going to put my fist on your shoulder, then I'm going to try and move you here, but then the other guy moves his hand underneath your arm, moves out.
And here's me doing like half of a sign while to do some magic real quick.
Well, I'm not even talking about the magic. I just meant that during a fight, when a fist moved, you saw where it was going, you saw the other guy's arms moving to block it, you saw every part of the fight, and you compare that to Dragon Ball, where you saw nothing happening until somebody got hit. You saw blur motion and blinking around. That's the difference.
And then what's your feel with this one?
And that's why I'm equating that to some Gundams. You see the sideways motion, you see the swords moving about, you see the gun trail with the, the tracer rounds moving along to show just how exactly a Gundam is being missed by bullets.
You see like one of them fly by the screen and then 6 mechs explode all at once.
Well, I mean, something like that. That would be middle ground Gundam. I'm saying that there are better Gundam and there are worse Gundam, and this is falling into middle ground Gundam in that, you know how, like, when you're an actor on a scene, but you only paid there for 1 day, how you do scenes by yourself, and then
I remember doing scenes by myself.
You do scenes by yourself, and then the rest of the crew is reacting to you. Like, the camera's only pointed at you, and you're in the background. And then, when we're doing the editing, we pan back to everybody else. That's what the same way it's happening here. It'll show one Gundam firing its gun down towards the bottom left-hand side of the screen, and then, oh no, now the other Gundam is reacting. They're not on the scene together, reacting to shit, and it's lessening the fight for me. It's like, if you're not on the screen together, then I know nothing bad's going to happen.
Understood. So, next time, more shooting at the bottom left hand of the screen. So, I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and this has been Stone-Faced Reactions. Catch you next time. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?